All right, man, welcome back to another video. So, in this video, it's a little different. We're not in a car, we're not at the mall, we're not at the dealership, we're not doing none of that. Today, we're cooking. Right here, I got about an 11-ounce filet mignon center cut. Big steak, looks really good, right? And we got our plate of seasoning right here. We got Lowry's seasoned salt, and then we got salt and pepper right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. We got our seasonings right here, all right there. I might need a little bit more. Mix it up a little bit. Yeah, I definitely need a little more. We'll do a little more pepper and seasoning salt. But yeah, I just thought I'd make a different video this time. You know, I'm making lunch. Going to the gym a little bit, you know. I want a big ass steak today. So fuck it. So, y'all know the drill. We're going to be butter basting this steak. We're not just going to throw it on the grill. We're going to do it perfectly. I'll throw a picture up of my last steak. That's how good that shit looked right there. I did it perfectly. I did the same ingredients, the same way, same everything. All right, I don't got like a very sophisticated setup, but I got like this new oven we got last year and shit. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn the heat on. I'm using this burner. You're going to turn the heat on. I'm going to put on like 4 or like 4.5. So you just want like a decent flame, nothing crazy. But you want that pan to get super, super hot. And the whole point of that is so when you put the oil on, it's ready. If you put the oil on and then turn the heat on, it's going to start bubbling and frying. You don't want that. So you're going to heat it up till it's really fucking hot. Next, you're going to use some olive oil. Preferably use avocado oil, but I don't have avocado oil. That's the best oil for making steaks. So I'm back over here, man. We got our steak right here. I'm going to pick it up. This is a big, big steak. Here we go. I'm going to drop it in the seasoning. And then we're just going to see what happens. We want to get a big old crust on it. Like, see that bottom? It's covered. We want even more. I might have to put more seasoning in here. And then we want to do the same thing with the other side. And then we want to get the other sides too. This is a very thick steak, so you don't want to, you know, leave nothing hanging. So we're just going to put more salt with the other hand because I don't want to, you know, contaminate everything I'll be touching. Some salt, pepper, and I might be all over the place. I'm not like a huge, you know, Gordon Ramsay guy. I work in a restaurant and everything, but, you know, I just kind of like to do it how I like to do it at home. Everybody's got their own way of how to make their steak, how to make their burger, their chicken, whatever you want. But this is the way I do it. This is the way motherfucking Cameron does it. Motherfucking Octane 392 does it. So, more salt, more pepper, more seasoning on here. And we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. And then we're just going to get the sides. The whole sides. Everything. And then, you know, on top you might just want to throw a little extra pepper just so you get that good pepper crust. Here we go. Just a little bit. Rub it around. But yeah, that's what it should look like. Or that's how I want it to look like. Y'all can do it however you want. A lot of people just use salt and pepper. I think this seasoning gives it a little bit more flavor. Now I'm gonna wash my hands. The pan should be hot enough. So y'all will see me oil the pan and then throw the steak on and we'll hear that sizzle. All right, so I freshened myself up a little bit before we get going. Here we go. As y'all see, we got the flame a little lower now on 3. We're gonna put it on like 4. And then we're just gonna put a little bit of oil. See if I can do this with one hand. Now we got our pan all oiled up. I hope y'all can see me. Hopefully I'm not moving too much. Now we're gonna grab our steak. The pan is super hot. Y'all can probably see it steaming a little bit. We're gonna set it down for 3 minutes. So it's 2:58. We're gonna come back at 3:01 and flip it. Listen to that, man. And then we're just gonna wait 3 minutes. Now what I'm gonna do in the meantime is, you know, kind of clear some space, get my cutting board out, get my knife, and just get everything ready for the final reveal and when we crack it open. So just like that. So as you see, we got our setup cleaned up a little bit right here. We got our seasoning salt, of course, pepper, butter, and we need a knife. I don't know too much about knives. This is just a regular kitchen knife. It's probably not the best one, but it's the sharpest one I got. Looking over, it is now 3:01. It's been exactly 3 minutes. I think I'm gonna wait a little longer just because it is a thick steak, and then we're gonna flip it, and then we're gonna wait another 3 minutes. So I'll see you guys in 1 minute. Right, so we see that steak crisping up on the bottom. I don't really have any tongs, so we're just gonna grab a spatula, and then we're gonna flip it. And y'all see that pepper crust. That shit looks amazing. It's a little dark, but it's cool. I just put a little too much pepper. It's not burnt. It's not going to be well done. Y'all still see that strip of rareness and uncooked steak right there still. And then we just got a big piece of fat right there. All right, one thing I forgot to tell you guys, one of the most important part about cooking this steak is we have to let it rest. After it does about 3.5 minutes on each side, we're gonna let it rest for 5 minutes. All right, so it's ready to rest. It's still a little rare in the middle if y'all can see. All right, look at that steak, man. We don't have the best lighting and the sound is a little wonky, but it is resting right now. It's been resting for about 3 minutes. We still see it is almost completely rare in the center, which is exactly what we want. Now, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna put the pan on. All right, so now the key part of making a good steak, as y'all see, it's resting right now. We got about 1 more minute on the rest. What we have to do next is very important if you want the steak to come out good. So we're gonna put half a stick of butter in the pan. We're gonna put it on about 2.5, maybe 3, but low heat. And we're gonna baste this steak. So what that means is we're gonna wait for this whole little steak to melt. It's gonna be buttery, it's gonna be brown, it's gonna be really delicious. And we're gonna throw the steak in there, and then we're gonna grab a spoon and just baste the steak, flip it, cook the sides, everything, and then the butter will also help the steak cook on the inside because it'll seep inside. Y'all see what I mean, but I'm gonna show y'all how to do it right now. All right, we got our butter in the pan. I will not be turning this off, so I'm sorry if it's annoying. I need it so the smoke alarms don't go off, because even though it's not getting burnt, it's getting a little bit smoky inside if y'all can't tell. Hopefully the video doesn't pick it up, but it just happens, man. When you're cooking a steak, when it's searing, when it's steaming a lot, it'll get smoky inside. So you don't want the fire alarm or smoke detector to go off, you know what I'm saying? So now we got the butter melting. We got our steak right here. We're gonna grab it with some tongs, and then we're gonna throw it back on there. Oh, almost dropped that bitch. So now we see we got our butter right here. I'm gonna put it off to the side. We're gonna put our steak on there, and we're gonna turn the heat up just a little bit. All right, coming by. See, now we got the steak. I'm gonna prop the camera up right here, and then y'all are gonna see how it's done. So what we wanna do, we wanna get our butter and just start basting the top. This spoon sucks, I'm not gonna lie. But we're gonna work with it while we can. All right, just pulled the steak off. The sliding is terrible, but you know what I'm saying? Look at that steak, man. It looks amazing. We're just gonna let it rest for about 4 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, and then we're gonna chop it open. I'm not 100% sure if it's perfect medium rare in the middle. If it's not, we're just gonna throw it back on there for a couple minutes, maybe a couple seconds, and then we'll go from there. We're gonna chop it up right through the middle and see if it is a perfect medium rare. Let's see, it looks pretty good. And that is a perfect medium rare. Maybe a little bit medium, but it's good enough, man. I know a lot of people wouldn't already eat it because it got a little pink. But that looks pretty fucking good to me, man. All right, man, as y'all see, we got our steak completely finished up right there. I'm gonna go try in for a piece. Here we go. We're gonna grab this medium rare piece. Y'all see that crust on top? Let's go in for a bite. The butter, the whole butter, man, I can't even talk. Man. The whole butter basting is clutch. This is the best piece, I think. It's got the most seasoning. It's perfect. This is delicious, man. And you know what? I got about 5 fillets, 6 fillets from Costco for about 50 bucks, 40 bucks. Amazing deal. I'm making a mess, but I don't even care. It's worth it. If y'all want to know where I got these steaks, man, head to Costco. They got about 5 to 6 in a pack. I'm just getting this one all up in the juice. They got about 5, 6 in a pack. They're big steaks. You could cut them up in half, and you got 10 steaks right there. You got about a month or 2 worth of steaks. Throw them in the freezer. When you're ready to cook them, pull them out the night before, and then boom. This is delicious, man. Very, very good. All right, man, just cleaned everything up. Just ate that whole steak. It was so good, man. If y'all want another cooking video, let me know what y'all want me to cook. Like I said, I'm not fucking Gordon Ramsay or nothing like that. I just cook whatever I want at home. You're not gonna find no life-changing recipe out of me. You know, this cutting board. You're not gonna find nothing life-changing out of me. You're just gonna see me cooking food, eating what I eat for lunch. You know what I'm saying? That was a great steak. Maybe I'll make another one if y'all want another one. If y'all want like mac and cheese, pasta, lasagna, whatever y'all want on the channel, let me know, man. If that's gonna do it, thank you so much for watching. Peace.